Hey, good morning and welcome back to Mount Pleasant Farm. It has been a while since we've made a regular video, so we are going to do just that today. Very busy day. This is mostly just chores around here. As you see, the barn still needs to be finished painted. The barn is not done, by the way. We're still waiting on concrete, but the paint needs to be done. So my wife is going to get busy finishing up the paint today, at least do as much more as she can. And I am going to be brush hogging a couple of our power cuts. One of them is it's kind of steep, it's kind of tricky, so I figure I'll try to get a camera on the tractor and maybe you can follow along with that, and who knows, maybe I'll roll the tractor and you can have a really exciting video. But anyway, that's what we're doing around here today. So I'm going to mix up this paint for Carly, and then I'm going to get the tractor ready. But anyway, we'll have you kind of following along with both chores today. Later on today, we're going to go to Rural King, so maybe I don't know, maybe we'll get some video there. That is the coolest store I've ever been to in my life. So we're going to take a trip up to Rural King and pick up some more chicks and some stuff to expand the chicken coop. A lot going on. So anyway, we'll get some video rolling here very shortly. So I just fueled up the LS tractor, dumped a 5-gallon can of diesel in the back there. That just about topped it off. It's almost at the top. So this thing is ready to go for the brush hogging here in a minute. But since I'm showing you chores, we're going out of town. I said this just for an overnight, but I still want to make sure the chickens are good to go. So I'll show you something I have going on here that I made about a month ago. Run over here real quick. Made these chicken feeders out of PVC, and I know there's 1,000 different kinds of chicken feeders on the internet, on YouTube, wherever, but these have worked really well so far. It's I used a 4-inch drain instead of Schedule 40 because just the cost difference, but just got a Y down at the bottom. It's capped off. Then I got just an upright coming up here, and I got the cap up here that's not glued, of course, so you can pull it off and feed and see what's going on. You can see I can see light coming in at the bottom. That's kind of blurry, but anyway, so we're gonna feed these chickens before we go. We'll get these things filled up. I got a second one over here. I mean, this will literally, both of these together will take over a half a bag of chicken feed. Obviously, it doesn't really matter, pellets or crumbles. But I have found that these feeders that I made work better with the pellets because these girls like to get in there in the bottom, and you can see the one over there pretty easy. They like to get there in the bottom where that leghorn is, and they'll rake the crumbles out into the run here. So the pellets, they don't seem to do it with. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and fill these things up. This one here will get a better view. This one here is about halfway full, but I'm gonna put some pellets on top because these crumbles are terrible. So let's go and get that done. So these are just the regular 16% protein pellets from it's the Do More brand, but these seem to work way better in the feeders than the crumbles. So I'll go ahead and fill these things up with these pellets. This is kind of a pain to pour in with the bag when it's really full. So I just scoop it in when the bag is really heavy and fill half of it in a way. Some kind of a canning funnel would probably be good to do this with, but I don't find that it's really that big of a deal. Okay, so like I said, the wife's gonna be doing some painting today. This whole side is complete for the most part. Might need some minor cutting in. In the back here, got the ladder set up for her. She's gonna get that top section done under the eaves and all that. And then over here on this side, probably a little touch up around the door because I had to open up that door all the way with my recip saw. Got some scratching done. And then the rest of this side, of course, needs to be painted. Get around that window and everything. And then as much as the front as she wants to get done will be fine by me. And of course, we'll have to finish it all up when we have doors in place and trim and everything else. Okay, so now that she's gotten a good distance on the barn, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some brush hogging, and hopefully you can follow along with that. Got a camera up there. I don't know how it's gonna work. It's not a GoPro, so I need to get in the mark for a GoPro, I guess, so I can really get some filming done. But anyway, hopefully you can follow along on top of the ROPS, and it'll be an enjoyable view. Just isn't my day. All right, see how it works. Shaky Jake. What we're going to be doing here today. Power cut goes that way from our driveway. Driveway goes up there towards the house. Power cut goes there, and over the top of that hill in the power cut, it's a little bit of a descent that I'm going to show you. A little bit nervous about doing it. This side of the power cut, not too much of a big deal. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take you down here and show you real quick how far I'm going to go. I'm going to get all this cut in here. I like to keep it down because the boys play back here and stuff. But at the top of this, cresting this little hill, it gets, as always, the camera doesn't do it justice, but you see about right here, this drops significantly, and that left-hand section is not really wide enough for the tractor. I don't know, we'll see. I don't really like how it feels when I'm on it with the tractor, so they say trust your gut, so, you know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to take you down past where the tractor is and show you the other section that has me the most nervous. So this section, walking up this part of the power cut, is no big deal. Just a nice easy hill that I've got no concerns going up or down. It's really got no slant to it. And then once you crest the top of this hill, my concern is this section right here where it goes down to the road. Now, again, it's not super slanted going left or right. It's just a little bit steep coming down, but it's not horrible. I mean, I wouldn't know what degree it is. I cut this with my regular lawn tractor all the time, backing down so I can keep my traction on the rear wheels. This down here is pretty flat. Pretty flat. It is a slope down, but I don't think it's anything that will be an issue, you know, with the tractor going up and down. Now, I will be backing down because I'll have the brush hog in the back. I want to be able to cut it down as far as I can because this does go down to our ditch. So, as you see here, it's not too bad. It's just a matter of getting up and down the hill, really. Now, there's a road out there, but down here's the ditch. What I don't want to do is get in this area here. So once I get this area, the brush hog down in this, then I'll obviously stop. I just need to be careful. I need to keep my foot near the brake, keep it in low gear and four-wheel drive, and I think we'll be okay. Okay, let's get a little different perspective. Alright, so we've got all this, majority of this power cut done except for the area down the hill, and I'm going to start that now. I'm going to put the tripod camera on so you can watch me do this. Should be fine. I am going cutter first, like I said, because I want to be able to reach as far down as possible. But this is not that much of a slope. It is a slope, but it's not, oh my God. It is, it's a little bit off camber in a couple places. A little exciting, so but we'll see. Okay, so as you saw, that didn't work out too bad. I actually had to go back and get I did that pass down that hill 3 times to get that whole power cut done. I did notice a spot that was a little bit too high, so I did come adjust my my brush hog, but I had to go get a battery because the camera died. But some things to note about this mowing this hill, okay? If you have some hills in your property, any kind of slopes, you need to be extremely careful. You should always be going up and down hills, never across hills, because when these tractors roll, it's generally somebody's going to get hurt or dead. So please be careful if you do anything like this. Some things to note: I had the obviously the 4-wheel drive on, I had the transmission in low range, and I had the brush hog down, of course, and I also kept my bucket pretty low, just to keep a low as possible center of gravity. So it did not feel very very sketchy at all. It felt like it was fine, nice and solid. So next big project with the tractor, I guess, will be fixing that slip on the other side that I showed you. That just it feels really uncomfortable to go through. It feels like that tractor leans way too much to one side. So I'm just going to keep working that little roadway and moving that dirt over to the right on that bank to kind of widen that trail a little bit. But anyway, that was I wanted to make sure you saw me get down that hill. It wasn't really that bad. But as always, the camera never does the angles justice. Well, there she is. Carly did a great job. Finished all the paint. There are still some tiny areas that will need to be touched up with a ladder. We just ran out of paint. Didn't feel like filling another pan because we got stuff to do. Not that we haven't done anything yet all day, but so this thing's done for the most part, painted. Just got to wait on concrete, get those doors hung and paint those, and maybe put another coat in some areas. Some of those darker areas you see in that paint, I'd like to put another coat there. But otherwise, the barn is for the most part 100% painted. All right, I appreciate you spending some time here watching us do some chores here at Mount Pleasant Farm. It's been a fairly busy morning. It's right about it's about 1:30 in the afternoon, so if we gotten up earlier, we could have got a lot done before noon. So that brush hogging is done. I didn't roll the tractor down the hill. We got the chickens fed, and we got the wife got this barn finished paint. I did a couple little things up way high, but she did it 99.9% of the paint on this barn. She's done, so I really appreciate her doing that because it saves me time to do other stuff. So anyway, in the future, very soon, have a Tacticam Solo Extreme camera review coming up. I bought that for my bow, for hunting of course, and doing the hunting portion of the videos. And we got a house tour coming up. I'm going to take you through our old 1832, behind me there, the 1832 manor house, Federalist style manor house. And lots more to come. Got some car videos coming up with doing a few maintenance tasks on the Ram Power Wagon and the Dodge Durango. So please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. And as always, keep getting after it.